and today we are on part 3 of a beginner's guide to using a pendulum. And firstly, I do want to say this is very simple. There doesn't need to be really any complications about it. Once you've got your yes and no signal, which hopefully you'll now establish with, you're going to be using your charts, and you're also going to find a signal for increasing energies. So for example, you might want to increase some positive energies in your life. For instance, you might want some more divine light or some safety and security. And then you're going to find a signal for releasing energy, and that's for releasing anything that is limiting to you. So let's have a look at how we do that. So it's very much the same way we did getting a yes and no signal. You're going to take hold of your pendulum, and I'm going to use the same one again just for consistency. Get your pendulum nice and stable, and depending on if you're working with a guide team, which is my preferred way, whether you're working with your higher self or your subconscious mind, you're just going to ask for a signal for increasing energy. So thank you, guide teams, Metatron for me and anyone else who wants to work with Metatron, for showing me an increasing energy signal. So straight away mine's gone to a clockwise motion, which sort of makes sense as well, because it's known that when you're releasing signals it's usually anti-clockwise, and when you're increasing them it's clockwise, but it might be different for you, and that's absolutely fine. So that's my increasing energy. And if I was to want to increase some energies, which I will show you when we work with the chart in a moment, I would say thank you, Metatron, my guide teams, my higher self, or my subconscious mind for increasing the energy of joy. Thank you for increasing the energy of joy. I am open and ready to receive more joy in my life. And then now let's find a release signal. So just wait for this to stop moving. It's just coming to a slow now. So thank you for showing me a release signal for my pendulum. So thank you to Metatron, or your guide team, or your higher self, or any of the ascended masters, or your unconscious mind for showing me a signal that will be for releasing energies. And you can see mine's now swinging anti-clockwise. So for example, if I wanted to take out an energy, so let's say thank you, Metatron and the guide teams, for releasing fear from me today. Releasing all fear from me today. And there we go, it's just doing that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to a chart, and I'm going to show you how to use it over a chart. Again, there's no complication with this because you've already programmed your pendulum. If you are using a crystal pendulum, do remember to cleanse it in some way before you next use it, especially if you're using it for someone else. I just do this. I have a Metatron's cube that I place all my pendulums on, and I also have a selenite. It's actually a tea light holder, but I use it for charging up my pendulums as well. So there's many ways to cleanse your pendulums. You can imagine beautiful divine light surrounding them. You can give them a little wash under the tap, but be careful if you've got metal on your pendulum like this one has. Or you can just hold the intention that every time you use your pendulum it's going to be cleansed. Okay, so let's have a look at the chart now and do some work on a chart. Alright. Okay, so here we've got the positive energies chart from the Divine Alchemy Healing Workbook and Chart Set. Let me just move this rose out of the way. So on this chart, you can see that there's several different options for positive energies that you might need to increase in your life. On our charts, we also have some Reiki symbols in the corners. We have the chakra rays, which is the first symbol of Reiki healing, and it means put the power here. So that's there and there. And then we have Seiheki there and there, which is the second symbol of Reiki healing, which is for emotional clearing and protection. So we also have Metatron's cube in the middle, which creates the charts to be of a high vibration. The reason we did this is because we wanted the charts to be protected, just in case you forget. You know, I want you to be working on high vibrational charts all the time. And so those things I think are unique to our charts. Obviously our charts are quite unique as well because they're all in colour. So we're going to find out now how to find out what energy would be best for us today. And to do that, it's very simple. You just hold your pendulum as you would. Have a nice steady surface to rest on, or use your elbow. And then bring your pendulum. On these charts, we start with our pendulum over the Metatron's cube. On other charts, they often have a thing here that's called a hinge point, which is again where you will start your pendulum off from. And then you're just going to make a statement. So for me, because I work with Metatron and the guide teams, I will always say, thank you Metatron for showing me 3 nice energies that would be beneficial for me today. So thank you Metatron. And you can say, thank you my higher self, or my unconscious mind, or my guide team, whatever works for you, for showing us 3 nice energies that would be beneficial for us today. So my first one today is, just seeing where that's hanging, over health. And let's have a second energy. So thank you Metatron for now showing me a second energy. And again, you can say thank you to any guide that you know that you work with, or you can pick an ascended master or an archangel or an angel, or you can use your higher self or your unconscious mind. So mine's gone to divine light. And let's have a third energy. Thank you Metatron for showing me a third energy today. And that has gone to love. So now I've got 3 nice energies that are going to be beneficial. I'm going to ask Metatron to increase those, but again, as I say, insert whatever guide name you want, or you can just say your personal guides, your higher self, or your unconscious. So I do it like this. So this is my command. Thank you Metatron for increasing the energies of health, divine light, and love. Thank you Metatron for increasing the energies of health, divine light, and love. I am open and ready to receive these energies fully into my energy fields and my physical body now. This process is very quick. So just know that your pendulum moving, really for me, I always say the pendulum is just the visual to show you the work's being done. That's a personal opinion, because I can work without the pendulum to ask Metatron to increase different energies, or the guide teams, but also the beauty of having a chart in front of you is it will tell you specifically what would be the best and most beneficial energies for you today. So once more, I tend to do things in 3s. I will say thank you Metatron and your divine healing teams for increasing the energy of health, divine light, and love for me today. Now on these charts, the way they've been designed is there's these little circles as you come into the center. Now once my pendulum is swinging over Metatron's cube, I know that means the work is complete. That's another thing that's unique to our charts. but for people who are working off a handmade chart or just a normal chart, then you can find a way that you'll know. It really doesn't take any more than a minute to do this work. It's all energy work, remember. It doesn't need to take ages just because you feel like you need a lot of something. So there we go, that's that one done. So let's do a chart now of something that might be good to release, just to show you the same process but on an energies to release chart. So I'm just going to look for something. Or let's use trigger energy chart. So this chart is designed to show you things that are most likely to trigger you either on the day, or depending on how you ask your question, whether there might be a trigger that is a consistent trigger for you. Like for me, impatience has been a consistent trigger that I'm still working on because it releases layer by layer. But let's just see what we would do to do some release work. So here we go. So I'm hanging the pendulum over the Metatron's cube, and I'm going to say thank you, Metatron, or my guide teams, higher self or subconscious mind, showing me a good energy to release from my energy field today. And it's actually gone over worry and fear. So now I'm just going to I'm going to make a statement, to release worry and fear. So thank you, Metatron, and your healing teams of light for releasing all worry and fear from my energy fields. On all levels, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and then into the physical body, any worry and fear. Thank you for releasing all worry and fear from me today. I am open and ready, and it is my intention to release worry and fear. There we go. The pendulum's swinging quite nicely. I'm aware that you probably can't see the whole of that on the camera. It's just the angle of the camera. We're still working with ways to try and record these in a better way. And again, it works very quickly. And now it's coming into the center. And so I'm just going to finish this by saying thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. So whether you've got a set of charts already, or whether you need to download some blank charts from the internet, there's plenty on there, and make your own chart, it's a wonderful way of, one, it increases your intuition working with a pendulum, but two, it is going to tell you specifically what it is that you need to release. So rather than sort of doing generalized statements, I sort of say it's like dabbling around in the dark sometimes, trying to find what it is you need to release. You will now have a tool that will give you a specific energy or energies for you to release. Now, if you're interested in buying our Divine Alchemy Healing Pendulum Workbook, you can find that on our website, which is www.divinealchemyhealing.co.uk. As I said before, the workbook is quite unique in the fact of the way we've designed it. It's very practical to use, it's ring bound, and within it is everything you need to know about using a pendulum and using the specific charts that we've put in here. There's protocols for all sorts of things within the book, and there's also some added energy techniques like EFT tapping, breaking states and making statements to divine spirit or to your higher self or your unconscious mind. Anyway, I hope this little course has been of benefit to you. If you do have any questions, leave us a question in the comments and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Alright, take care. Wishing you a wonderful day. Bye bye.